Yeah, it's unusual.
Okay, if this
They might be able to hear it,
we have two.
but normally, because I'm here, I'm trying something.
Are we here?
Yeah, we're here, so we're just waiting on the thumbs up. We're kind of rookies at this, though. She literally said right before we went live, like, let's make it look like we know what we're doing. I'm like, why bother at this point?
We can try. I mean, it's only
Remember,
been like 5 years.
no echo, like 2 thumbs up is good.
LOL, it wasn't muted. Oh, praise baby Jesus.
Baby, like Baby Yoda. Baby. Oh my goodness. All right, we got 2 thumbs up, a whole bunch of them.
It's working.
I can't see a thing.
Well, then I'll be your seeing eye dog.
Oh my gosh, I really can't. These glasses are so bad. My new ones are on the way. And even the people, Costco's, by the way, shout out to Costco's, not sponsored. But
Hashtag never sponsored.
the hashtag we're never sponsored. Somebody actually wrote sidetrack, a little ADD moment, because you said never sponsored. I did a video a couple weeks ago where I said, hang on, we need to get a word from our sponsor. And then the video cut and it went to our Chaos Coffee commercial and then back to us.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was like, that was genius, like sponsoring yourself, right? And then somebody else.
Or shameful.
Doesn't matter. People do it all the time. It's how you grow business. You have to put ads up. So someone else in the comments go, that was an awesome ad, but I was excited for you that you got a sponsor, like a real one. I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't happen. But my point is, I was making my new prescription. I almost said subscription, but prescription. And they were like, are you sure this is right?
Yeah.
Because it's completely different than what you had.
Yeah.
These are just all messed up. So I can't, they're getting so bad. Like I can't see. That's it. That was my output.
The sound critics are saying sound is a bit choppy and echoing.
It is echoing.
Some people say it sounds fine. Some say it's a little quiet.
Oh, quiet. Let's see.
Voices are a little choppy.
Sound.
Wow, no.
Wow, the sound critics are here. Well, it's definitely not quiet based on that meter.
Yeah.
The meter's saying it's not quiet. The question always becomes, if I come over here,
That monster caused issues. Yet again.
takes it out, and I leave.
So I can't see anything.
So now you can't see anything.
It's fine.
We come back.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We'll
It doesn't matter. You don't have to see much because this is going to be one of the fastest Q&As ever. Because
Sounds like a fishbowl.
Well, it should maybe sound better now. Possibly. I don't know. Let's see. That's on. Microphone. 1 is on. And it's at a good volume. So we should be okay. Maybe.
What microphone? Like
The one right on top of the camera. That's the one we always use.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Oh, well, look at that.
Better now. Better
Fine
now.
Fine now
here,
because
fine
he
here.
turned my monitor off.
So they turned
There's
them.
something wrong with this monitor.
It's
Never
that.
turn it on again.
That one.
Okay.
Well, then you know what we could do?
Just don't.
We'll use that monitor for the Christmas tree. You could keep an eye on the Christmas tree to see if anybody bids. There you go.
Well, I mean, that's sort of why we're here, I guess.
Yeah, that monitor just causes problems with the microphone. Yeah, everybody's better. Sounds good and looks good. Oh, thanks. They must be talking about you. Even though she said that pillow is the wrong color for that shirt.
I said that we are not complimenting each other today.
Yeah.
And I figured I wanted my white pillow, but I don't know where my white pillow is.
So it's going to be pretty tough.
Right.
We've got 55 minutes till the Christmas
Who's
tree.
here?
Oh, why don't you tell us up there? Oh, wait a second. I only have it on top chat.
And I'm just wondering, like, you
We'll
know,
go live
are
chat.
there any new people here? How
Oh, put the word
many
new.
OGs are here?
New.
Like-
If this is your first Q&A, put
Yeah,
new.
if you're, yeah, I mean, the numbers are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this is your first Q&A, though, I mean, welcome. Things get a little crazy. I'm not sure how crazy they'll get tonight, but here we are.
Yeah. I don't know either. I was letting you talk. I thought you were going for it.
What was
the heck?
What
Why
was
is
it
that-
supposed to go for?
How long has this been live for?
300 minutes.
That
I don't
doesn't make
know.
sense.
Average. I don't know.
I'm done with that.
Anyway, actually, that contrast is in the pillow is good. Actually, on my monitor, there's dark spots that are not actually, you know what?
Those are like shadows or something. I don't know.
Like the pillow.
You just threw it away.
With how it looks on that TV, no.
You got rid of it.
No, it's ugly. Go buy pillow.
Goodbye, pillow. Pillow's gone.
Now we have a vacant hole.
Yeah, you have a big hole over there.
Okay, well.
So my point was, there's like 54 minutes till Christmas tree auction.
Yeah.
Which was a fun little project for you. Took forever. Multiple tries. This is the only one up for auction.
So I made several bases, and then I made like the Christmas tree part of the soap. Probably several dozen times. And every time I would just wipe it off of the Christmas tree base, be like, nope, not perfect yet. Nope, not perfect yet. And the thing is I did the actual Christmas tree, like the greenery and the bows with the garland. I did that the day before my surgery, and I was trying to take my mind off of surgery. But I wasn't feeling great. So I chalked it up to it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I like it. It's nice. So, yeah. But I really only completed one.
Yes.
So
that's it.
That's the one.
And that is the one.
Oh, sounds like I'm going to have to go get the pillow again.
No. Well, you're not getting up. With
color.
her leg, she's not getting up. She's resting it. As you can see, it's got a yellow sock on. It is right there.
You know why it's yellow?
Why?
So it's like a caution sign. So nobody bumps into it.
Oh.
Because everybody likes to bump into it.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody bumped into my feet. So much.
Do you want your pillow back?
Before surgery. No.
No. She's good without the pillow.
Good.
For now. Stella, what is going on with you? She comfortable?
She's,
She didn't even want to come upstairs.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a little
because
lost. She was like, where'd mom go?
She's being spoiled with how much time we're spending in bed, resting, doing what we're supposed to be doing. And she's like, her and Hazel, you can't get either one of them out of bed.
Right. Hazel has decided to take over. For those Hazel fans, she was in today's video. She did make it for a minute. This is going to be real tough. We got 51 minutes to go.
Did we have anybody write in questions?
3.
Okay, so we'll spend a lot of time on our questions.
That's it, 3 questions. And I just saw one go by a little while ago.
Well, where are they?
Tracy. I have already done all that work.
There were only 3. I would have left them in the inbox.
I almost did.
Like, why bother?
I almost did that.
Well, in our defense, the form, the Q&A question form on our website is not working.
Is not working. So we got a couple questions submitted, but we'll jump into chat and fill out if you guys have any questions. And if you
we'll open it up once we're done.
Don't, we won't talk about one.
Oh, I missed
what?
Like whether anybody was new here.
Nobody. I didn't see a word. I didn't see any. Let me go check. I didn't see. I don't want to throw these things out the window. I didn't see anybody put in like the word new. Didn't pop up to me, but
not like real new people.
Right.
There's some fake new people.
Yes, there's some fake new people, but no real new people. I do not see it.
So, we have a lot actually to look forward to in the next couple days. Our sale switches over from lotion. This is what, the last day?
Last day, midnight is when they switch now, and it's a big confusion because, okay, let's put out a question to that. Here you go. Start thinking of another. I have 2 questions for you guys already because I knew we only had 3 that came in. I was like, let's reverse it up. Q&A with Holiday. Oh, by the way, we're asking you the questions. Question number 1 is, does the week start with Sunday or Monday? What is your answer?
Monday.
Mine's Sunday.
It starts with Monday. And you want to know why? It's because Sunday is the last day of the weekend, which is the end of the week.
Nope.
Monday starts a whole new week.
Sunday, you get the start of the week starts with one day. Sunday's the start.
Y'all are weird.
And then what are they saying?
Oh, well, Kathleen says Sunday, Pat says Sunday, Vicky says Sunday, Brenda says Sunday. Sunday. What's wrong with everybody?
That's because the typical calendar is written Sunday.
No, you
Monday,
get to choose.
No, you don't. Go to the calendar store. That's digital.
I get to choose.
Go look at like the inside of the caves back when they.
What the hell?
It started with Sunday.
They didn't have names for days. Every
Thank
day was a day.
Oh, we got a couple Mondays jumped in for you.
There. Thank you.
So
this is like, are you over or under on your toilet paper?
There you go. Another question. Over or under? We'll wait.
Now I feel like this is trivia with Vicky.
Well, here we go. It's this or that.
This or that. Over or under.
Oh, let's see. Where are they going?
Okay, well, we'll just sit and
We'll
wait.
just sit and wait.
There's like
Over,
a little bit
over. This is going to be a landslide.
Well,
Yes.
no, because there are some
Over,
people.
Oh, wow. Look at them all getting in. Over. Come on, lurkers. Just put in your answer.
One under.
100.
Wait, I think she's from down under. No, that's
No,
the wrong
that's
Susan. Never mind. It would make sense. You do everything
would.
upside down. Maybe. I don't know.
Their toilet does spin backwards, by the way.
Well, yes, because they're in the
Because
other hemisphere.
when you're under the equator,
Well, their tornadoes spin backwards too.
yeah, they're called typhoons. No, cyclones.
Oh my God, we're talking about tornadoes.
No, I don't know. Good, sure.
Typhoons, you're right. They hit like.
Yeah,
Japan
something
and
like
stuff.
that. Yep. Okay, lots of overs.
Oh, just Tracy.
Just got here.
No, she
What-
says didn't hear the question.
what is the
My hubby
question?
was yapping.
Oh, that over/under question is your toilet paper. It does it come over the top or under the bottom up against the wall?
Mhm.
The question prior to that was, does your week start with Sunday or does Monday start the week? And not the work week, like the full week.
No, like the actual week. My
actual week.
actual week starts on Monday.
Yeah, her
That is
week
the first
calendar
day
goes
of-
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That week's over and it moves to the next one.
Correct.
No. So when we were putting all these sales together, it was a challenge this year.
Well, we
'cause
had a lack of communication
there
yet
was
again.
a lack
We
of
said at the beginning of each week, and well, his week starts on Sunday and mine starts on Monday. So all my assets were Monday.
Right.
And all of his
programming in the back.
of the back end was Sunday.
So
Well-
it created some confusion between coffee sale and then the lotion sale.
Right.
But in the end, it worked out better
We
for
have
you
one
guys.
person who's like, it really doesn't matter about the toilet paper.
Oh, that's good.
This is
I
usually
like
a
that
hard
person.
line in the sand.
I like that person.
People typically
Like, why sweat the small stuff? You know?
No, that to me is a big deal.
Okay. Coffee, iced or hot?
Nice.
I do it for you. And I guarantee you, like 80% of them are hot coffee drinkers, I think.
Well, apparently I'm European because it's like in the Netherlands and Germany, the week starts on Mondays.
That makes sense. It's almost like, yeah, maybe. Kind of makes sense a little bit. Just like they all use metric and we're the only ones that use standard.
Because we're
Or
Americans
kilograms
and we're special.
and pounds and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there it goes. Hot, 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 hot. Look at them all go.
All you need is ice to make iced coffee. Just so you know, it's brewed the same way.
That's it.
Well, we brew it the same way.
We
and
do,
Sometimes
right.
there's other ways. to
There's
do it,
other ways. And you got to cool the coffee before you pour it over ice.
No, you don't.
We don't.
but Just
No.
you put the ice in fast enough that it like flashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. Okay, so we're
Anyway.
getting there. We got 3 goat questions. Oh, somebody bid, by the way. It went up by $5.
Oh, would you look
Look
at
at
that?
And the sale does change at midnight on Saturday night, going into the first day of the week. It's
Midnight would
Sunday.
be Sunday.
Okay, sorry, tonight.
Because midnight on Saturday already happened. That's the first minute of the day. You can't. This is not up for
Oh my
negotiation.
God! Here we go again. Okay,
It's not up for negotiation.
So wait a second.
Oh, here we go.
It
We've
is-
had this on New Year's Eve. We have this debate almost every
So it's-
year. Like,
So midnight Saturday,
it's the very first seconds of the new day.
not the last few
No,
seconds.
11:59 is the last minute of that day, and then midnight starts.
So if somebody told
no.
you we're going to a party
Yes,
and the party's going to go till midnight Saturday night,
I love Melby.
show
Liz
up
is
whenever.
right. ... Again.
Okay, party midnight on Saturday. Show up.
I can't RSVP. Yes, I will be sleeping. I don't go to parties at midnight.
My point is, would you show up Friday?
I wouldn't show up at all.
This is very true. She wouldn't.
I just told you. It's past my bedtime.
Okay, Liz is correct. Move on.
No, okay, go. Hypothetically speaking, if I wasn't old and I went to a party that started at midnight,
Correct.
would the invitation
Yeah.
would say the party starts, say it starts on Saturday at midnight.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you would start getting ready Friday night, and then at about 11:45, you would leave your house, go to your friend's house, and then boom, you're there.
You show up to my party 24 hours early.
You would have written it wrong. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how we got here, other than the fact we need to waste 44 more minutes before this Christmas tree.
You
goes.
have to look at a computer.
Yeah.
At 11:59.
Yep.
When it says Saturday, 11:59, 1 minute later, guess what's going to happen? It's going to switch to midnight, and the day is going to change to Sunday.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you though? Because
I
I
do.
feel like in 6 months
It's
we're
just funny.
going to have this conversation again.
Oh, yeah. What are they saying?
They're just laughing at us. Cause,
will you be having peppermint coffee? I don't think that was an option.
No, because
No.
all of the holiday
stuff is
are
all
already
here.
out.
So just so you know, product-wise, holiday stuff, most is all here. From a coffee standpoint, there are no other flavors being launched between now and the end of the year. And some, like pumpkin. What were all the fall ones? I don't remember them off the top of my head.
Oh, crap.
The fall ones. I can get them
Apple
right.
cinnamon.
Yeah, apple cinnamon, pumpkin.
Hazelnut. Cinnamon hazelnut.
Right here.
Oh, yeah, pumpkin. Oh,
Limited edition, right?
oh,
No,
an espresso roast.
Espresso roast.
The ones that are limited edition.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to put limited edition on all the Christmas ones.
Which is fine. We could always change it. But so cinnamon hazelnut, espresso roast, and pumpkin spice will be going away
Thank you.
soon.
Michelle W. goes, who starts a party at midnight?
The obviously it doesn't start at midnight. I'm just saying, like, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
And apple cinnamon, yeah, right there. Apple cinnamon.
That's what I said.
Cinnamon hazelnut.
That's what I said.
Espresso roast and pumpkin. Those four were like the fall launch. Those launched for the fall. We're keeping them through probably December. And then they will go away. You can't buy pumpkin lattes at Dunkin' Donuts in July.
Although you can still get them at Starbucks. So.
In July?
No.
Right now. Yes, correct. So that will be happening soon. But no, there's no peppermint one on the agenda.
Actually, in August, you ended up getting me a iced pumpkin latte or whatever from somewhere else. And I was like, who drinks pumpkin
in August?
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. It was a little weird. They launched it just
super early.
They tried to capitalize on the fact that like pumpkin is the biggest seller, huge seller in October.
Sure, but
then when you bring it out in July, nobody wants it. Right. Ooh, I'm gonna try this new feature I have over here. I'm gonna jump into the comments.
Oh, boy.
I see people putting questions in the comments, and I'm not ready to run around and jump. And I have finally they gave me this flag option where I can flag these.
Those look like stars to me.
Well, okay, they're stars.
Your eyes really do suck.
They do. They're
you
so
think
blurry.
The stars are flags?
I'm like looking out like this. Yeah. So
anyway,
now
while
it has all my
doing
stars.
that, I just want to take a moment because everybody's been sending so much, so many emails and well wishes and chat over the last 4 weeks that I just want to thank everybody who sent their well wishes and sent any goodies. That's the whole reason I haven't lost weight during recovery. Get to that conversation later.
Okay. I'm not going.
Anyway, I just want to say thank you because I have like this card thing and looking over at the cards and the flowers and all the animal arrangements I ate the day they came.
Then the chocolate covered pretzels and stop.
I paced
no more
myself.
chocolate.
I paced myself. No, I have self-control. You're the one that was like, remove everything. And I'm like, no, I can moderate myself. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Although my waistband doesn't say that.
So speaking of all the thank you well wishes and everything, did you read the novel that came in, the email novel?
Not the whole thing.
Did you read all?
No,
most of it?
I said no.
No, so you haven't read more since we've talked.
No.
Got it. So you didn't get to the good part.
Oh.
Okay. So we get sometimes emails that are just like, hey, you guys are awesome. I'm sitting on a cruise ship and my husband's out having a great time and I'm binge watching you guys because I miss you. And like, I'm just paraphrasing. And I don't like the cruise ship Wi-Fi. So when I get internet, I watch all your stuff and hang out on the boat. by the way, it's 83 degrees here. Sorry to rub it in. That's kind of what the email said.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm just gonna like scroll real quick. It was a nice
It
long
was really
one.
long.
But
yeah.
it was kind of funny because it hit on some of the things that this person, without giving anything away, has lived or operated on, keep it real gray, a family business. And they're like, I don't know how you guys do it. I kind of get it. We've done it. It was a pharmacy, right? A convenience store pharmacy type thing. And they're like, the hardest part is sometimes dealing with the customers, right? Because you like, especially at a pharmacy, because you got to like educate them a little bit or like this or whatever.
Sure.
The funniest part of that whole email was when they said they had a customer who, I hope the kids aren't watching, by the way. A little preface.
Okay.
That they
Cover
had
their ears.
They had to educate
The customer.
the girl. No, well, they didn't really have to educate. They so a girl
Okay.
went on birth control.
Sure.
28 days or whatever it is in the little packet.
Yeah.
Came back a week later and was out. And they were like, how are you out? And she was like, I took one after sex every time. And they were like, sometimes the customers just don't get it.
Sometimes the customers aren't always right. Oh no.
It was hilarious. I was like, oh, that's in that
email.
email. I was like, oh, now that's funny.
Oh shoot.
Like,
okay.
yeah, we deal with some stuff like that sometimes. We get some interesting.
First of all, I'm shocked. Wow. That's 28 times in a week.
Oh yeah, a week. I think it was a week-ish.
Do I be? That's just, woo. Okay, that's a lot.
I was reading this email and I don't usually read the big long ones like that. But I'm like, oh, family business, you know, you got to order your supplies, you got to do this, you got to get the staff there, and then you got to deal with the crazy customers. And this one time we had this girl who blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, that was funny. I was like, and then that's when I asked you, did you read this? And you go, oh, that's too long. I'm not going to read it right now.
Oh, wait a second.
I'm like,
it was like 11 o'clock at night.
It was
late. Almost 12 a.m., which is the next day.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to have to read that one. It's pretty funny.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah. So it was pretty.
She clearly didn't read the directions.
Not at all.
Oh my god.
Not at all. So yes, we appreciate the funny stories. Like we don't get to all of them. I mean, sometimes it could take us a week to get to our email, or to or sometimes we'll see one like that is like, whoa, that's long. I'm gonna need some time for that. I don't have time. Like I got to do this, that, and then maybe later.
Yeah.
And then later comes like a week later. But that one was hilarious. I'm wondering if that person's in chat right now. Like, oh my god, I wrote that. But she's on a cruise somewhere off the coast of Florida.
That was really funny.
80-something degrees. It was hilarious. All right. We're going to get to our first write-in question of the evening. Are you ready?
Oh,
There's a lot of them.
Time to work. Oh,
Time to work.
3 of them. Not a go question. Oh, God. All right. Not a goat question. Sorry, villagers. But my question is, who is Chai going to be bred with? So, Chai is going to be bred with Caesar. He's a Studley Muffin.
A Studley Muffin.
And,
Caesar. A Studley Muffin.
He's a Studley Muffin. I was going to see if I could try to find a picture of him, but I lost my text thread with our
breeder.
Was
it all 3 of us or just you and him? Probably.
Heavens knows. I don't know. I think it was just me. And
I was going to say, because I never saw a picture of Caesar.
Anyway, he looks just like Mila.
Got it.
So Chai is going to be bred with a boy it looks just like Mila. So, but she should have been in heat already. So I'm kind of wondering if we didn't go and miss it.
No,
I don't know how we would have missed it. Well, she'd been humping everything. She'd been humping everything.
This is true.
But she isn't like visually. Okay, well that's Mila. So just envision Mila as a boy, and that's what Caesar looks like.
Right. That's why I put the picture up there. Yeah. I mean, I could always put this one, and then you'd have to tell them who's who, and like it gets a little.
Well, actually, that's helpful. So the one all the way on the right is Chai, and she's going to be bred to a dog that looks just like the one that's in the middle.
There you go.
Which is who's actually Mila.
Yeah, and the one all the way to the left has no brain cells. Sorry.
I mean, he's not wrong.
She's like really not a fan of the electric fence, and she just. Well, we learned today it wasn't working, so.
It wasn't working because it wasn't on.
I fixed it though. It's back on.
Okay. Okay. Still trying to get over the 28 pills in 1 week thing. She's gonna need a new liver after that too. Some people should just get one of those like insertable.
Here you go.
Controls. If you could rebuild both barns, what would you do differently? Make them bigger.
Have somebody else build them.
No, we tried that once. No, I think I would probably make them bigger and not metal.
Yeah, the wood is better than the metal.
I love metal in general, but it's way hotter in the wintertime. I mean, the summertime.
There's just a lot of extra bells and whistles I would like to add to it. I don't say I would do different, but I would like to add, like, being able to fill the water trough, like, right at the water trough. Like, in some horse barns, they have auto waterers. Like, in the horse stall, every stall has its own way of getting water to it. That'd be kind of neat to be able to fill the waterers at the water type of thing.
Yeah.
Having a big, because it's metal and it gets hot in the summer, having more ventilation, a big exhaust fan or a huge fan. Again, Costco's. Look at those monster fans in the ceiling. One of those, stuff like that. Just upgrades, not different.
Follow-up question to when will Chai be bred. She's 6 months, 2 weeks post the last heat cycle, and they're supposed to come into heat every 6 months. So I mean, she's still young, and maybe not quite regular yet, but she goes to the vet on some early next week, just for like a wellness visit. And so we'll just talk to, and actually we did book it with her reproductive doctor. So we'll ask some questions, but you know, she's fine. You know, when they come in heat, they'll come in heat.
Yep.
So P is super regular. So I was expecting Chai to be very regular, but I don't remember if there was how many months was in between Piper's first heat cycle and second heat cycle. I know between her second heat cycle and her third heat cycle was like dead on 6 months after the day we bred her. Because what I didn't realize was she came into heat 4 months after she had her puppies. And I was like, no, it was supposed to be 6 months. No. And then I was like, oh, okay. So just because you had babies doesn't mean that like the day you delivered is not day one.
Right. No.
The day you
conceived, basically. Well, time frame
wise, it was like the day your last heat cycle started. 6 months from that, whether or not you had puppies or not, they don't care.
Stella is spayed. Correct. I was trying to think of the word. Stella, and you're too far away for a puppy cam. I don't think it really gets too close. Nope, not really. Terrible angle. Stella, not good for your face.
It's fine for her face. It's terrible for mine.
Okay, last question from the write-in. That's it. We're done.
I was wondering if Liz would ever think of making some of the soap scents for a reed diffuser. I think some of the scents of the soap would be nice to have.
Okay, so let's pause there. What is a reed diffuser?
It's like this.
Kind of like a smelly thing? Like an air freshener almost.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the answer is probably no.
Right.
However, way back in our mind, because we have about 100 ideas and you guys only get to see like 10, and weird ones like cutting boards, which seem to not be very popular, and bracelets, which are extremely popular. We come up with random one-off ideas like those, but also obviously like, okay, we sell coffee, lotion, roll on. It's kind of weird, sort of. Like, it's tough. We've thought about candles because people have asked. I love this lotion scent. I wish my bathroom smelled like it all the time. I want this smell in my bubble. So we thought about candles, but it's a major project to do a candle line, like a 5 different scents. And that's what we said about lotion years ago. I can
see that one being coming to fruition.
Oh yeah, the candle one could happen, but it would have to not follow, just from a logistics standpoint, not the coffees. We can't have 12 different options. The lotion, we can't have 27 different options. You know what I mean? Like, it'd have to be like 8. You know what I mean? And then as we figure out what sells and what doesn't, they rotate, because the challenge with candles is storage. All that glass, if you're using glass, and all that wax. I mean, the size of the drums you would have to, like, it would have to be in the new building whenever that happens.
Okay, well, we get a new building. I'll make you some candles.
Yeah. So there we go. New building, candles. There's your answer. And it looks something like that, just so we all know. If you're
How in the world were you able to get? No, it's not going to look anything like that.
Well, kind of.
Disregard.
Nah, just sort of. Maybe.
No, I strike that from whatever.
Did we change it again?
I'm not going to have it look like that. No, I don't like it.
Okay, maybe not like that. Doesn't matter because it's not happening. So yeah, exactly. But that's the challenge. Logistically, it's tough. Yeah. Okay. So now let's see if I can go back to some of these flagged or starred comments. I just saw another one pop in.
Well, I saw this question a couple times.
I just starred one by accident.
Was, when are the goats getting pumpkins? And
yes,
our local nursery actually sells pumpkins through Thanksgiving. So, like, the day after Thanksgiving, that's when their pumpkins go in their compost, and we get invited to pick up a truckload or whatever of pumpkins, and that's when our goats get them.
So, again, from a farm logistics standpoint, if you guys remember, we got a whole bunch of pumpkins one year. The goats did not eat them all. The extras stayed in the pig pen with no pigs, and it invited a big
yeah, but that was a couple years ago. We didn't do that last year.
Right.
We had just a fine time.
Last year was perfect.
And so we'll just take,
we're going to take what they can eat in like a week, and that's it. We don't need a whole truckload.
Facts.
So, yeah, facts.
Yep. So that'll be later after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But they will get their pumpkins. Don't you worry.
Oh, you can. Oh, wow. New feature there. Look at that.
I don't know.
So it auto stars super chats.
Oh, okay.
It'll add a star to it so I can see it. The super chat ones.
Right. I saw Aaron making a. Oh,
we'll get back to that.
Do you recall which female goats have been put in a timeout stall over the years for fighting?
Interesting. Making you think.
I don't know. Not really.
Amy.
I don't know if it was Amy or Danica or I don't know. It was one of the
It's not that often because they'll usually just start again.
So the problem was the one year that we had to do it is they were all pregnant, and then somebody had to, it was Greta and Danica. They were getting all out of breath and like too stressed out, and I was like, no, you're too big and pregnant for this. So you have to go.
Right.
So that's kind of like, otherwise we normally and you guys know this, you guys have been here forever. We let the girls sort it out because all you're really doing is prolonging the beef that they have with each other. So we don't normally separate the girls when they have words. But I think it was Danica was so heavily pregnant at the time. And she was really not gasping for air, but she was really out of breath. And that posed an issue because, she was really heavily pregnant. Sadie, for 2 Snuggle seasons, I want to say, she was put in stall 4 for all of the Snuggles because she couldn't be trusted around tiny humans. She did resolve that issue.
She did, though.
Yeah. So.
And now she's retired. But
Greta was crazy when she was pregnant with Gianna.
Yep.
Yeah. The buck rag situation.
okay.
Yeah, let me get to that. The buck rag situation is for driveway breeders that came. They came with their 3 Alpines. One of them was taken care of. The other 2 weren't quite in heat, and they're having a hard time telling when the girls do come into heat because this is their first year without bucks on their property. So the buck rag helps. The buck rag helps the girls show more signs of heat. So they might spend a little more time sniffing it, or they'll flag their tails as soon as they smell it. And those are all kind of like indications that maybe she's ready. So I'm hoping that the buck rag works and get those 2 girls pregnant for them, because Yoshi would love to have a couple extra dates.
28 in a week. Get it? Yoshi and his dates.
Listen, Yoshi can do it, but actually that would be too much even for him. Oh my god.
How about chocolate covered strawberry coffee? I don't think so. I don't think we would go there. I don't know.
Well, I don't think that's a flavor that
they can put together.
So, right. And we can always ask them and
see if it's something we can.
But
yeah, I don't know.
I know they have done custom blends in the past. So.
Yep. Show.
Is Winston the only weathered male that has ever stayed in Cassie's castle for as long as he is? Well, Winston is going to live in Cassie's castle. I mean, I can't say like an indefinite answer, but the plan is that Winston is going to stay there with Winnie for their lifetime. Now there's going to be moments throughout the year, like during kidding season, I do foresee that Winnie and Winston, Fergie and Finley will move out of Cassie's castle for maybe a month. And that's just so that we can rest Gen Pop, and then all the moms can have their babies in the 7 stalls that we have. There's a reason we only breed 7. We only have 7 birthing stalls. We don't want anybody in Gen Pop during that time. And that's for parasite management control. That's a new procedure that we started 2020 kidding season 2023, and it worked. The babies that we had this year were the healthiest that I've seen in a really long time, and well, the moms stayed very healthy. Paddock rotation has also been another thing which we're still working on, but that seems to help as well. And so in order to have the main part of Cassie's castle, if there's any warm population living in the ground, we rest that ground for 30 days, and that helps reduce the population numbers, so that when all the babies are old enough to go and play and all that, they aren't on contaminated ground. So I see Winnie, Winston, Finley, and Fergie going to live over in like Gus's old pen, or yep. Maybe we'll move. We'll have to figure something out, because there are 4 of them and they are big. They're not all going to fit in Gus's house. So we'll have to figure something out. But that's the plan, is to keep them over there. Like, I think we did that last year too. Winnie and Winston, didn't they go live
I don't remember.
in Giovanni's old pen for a couple?
They might have.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that.
For people that are not coffee drinkers, would you make / sell a hot chocolate mix? I actually thought, this is just an idea that went through my head at one point, was some kind of tea. Most people that are not coffee drinkers do drink tea. But to be honest, I'm not a tea drinker, so I'd have to do hundreds of hours of research of tea and like what makes a good one, what makes a bad one. Like, I don't want to sell crap. Right. So we'd have to, but I thought about it while I was on the tractor a couple days ago, actually, because then you could maybe make an iced tea out of it, you know, so it's a summer thing or whatever.
I like the hot chocolate idea, because then you can make like a cappuccino.
You could mix your hot chocolate with that. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, but I've thought of it, sort of.
Oh, Kevin does know how much y'all like him.
I saw that somewhere. Where did
he has gotten some fan mail?
He has,
and we like to kind of razz him about it because he gets all embarrassed.
I don't have that question up here, but I did see it go through. Aaron, did you buy Daniel's pecans? Not yet. To make a long
we did
story
talk
short,
about those. Though.
yeah. To make a long story short, Daniel from Arms Family launched a pecan company, joined up with a pecan farmer, a brand,
He's
right?
Doing his own,
and they're selling them in little 1 pound bags.
So
I have
here's
not
another
purchased any
this or
yet.
that. Is it pecans or pecans?
That kind of came up in the video.
Oh, what video?
The video I made about pecans or pecans.
Watch your channel. Sorry.
You don't. It's okay. You know.
Actually, I do. I mean,
You do,
I am watching
bit.
it a little more now that I can't do anything else.
You could do other things. You could do a lot of things.
Well, but when I get bored.
What's that? Oh.
I'm sorry. That's what you're supposed to be when you're recovering correctly.
Oh. You go, girl.
Well, I'll try, but I'm not very fast.
You're not going anywhere real fast.
I'll go, but nowhere fast. I'm actually faster.
They're
My
all
watch
spelling
is
it all weird.
No, they're not spelling it weird. It's okay. Well, I think it also depends on where you're from.
Yeah, it could be.
Pecans, pecan. That wasn't even an option.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pecans.
All right, where is it?
Pecans.
Okay, here you go.
Pecans. Oh boy.
Okay, on the screen. See, your screen doesn't work, remember?
Yeah. Liz, if you feel comfortable telling us, how is your knee doing? My knee sounds like Stella sounded just now. It creaks. So actually, I will tell you, the first week was absolute hell. That's not a lie. There was a lot going on during that first week, and I'll tell you, I got a nerve block right before surgery, and they were like, oh yeah, so it could last, anywhere between 12 and 48 hours. Everybody's different. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went home, and I've had an epidural before, so I know, like, when things feel numb, like your leg feels heavy, you can't lift it, like that means it's working. So I get out of surgery, and the back of my knee, is on fire. It's like, it's throbbing, it hurts. I'm like, this, uh-oh. So then I get home, and like, I'm uncomfortable, but my leg is straight. I've got a big ace bandage all around it. I got my big whole leg brace on, and like, just trying to move around was hard. And it was like, it wasn't the next morning, but it was the morning after that. So that would be Sunday or something. I woke up, and the nerve block had worn off, and I wasn't staying on top of meds. So I wasn't like getting up every 4 hours to take medication
in the middle of the night.
And so when I woke up Sunday morning, that was the worst pain ever. At that point, I was like, you know what? Just take the whole leg. I don't need it. And I would have signed up for that. It hurt that bad. So, but after that point, I stayed on top of meds, and I didn't like staying on top of meds, but that's what I did. And I would say after about day 6, that's when it started getting better a little bit each day after that. So the first week was pretty rough, but I started physical therapy. I did a lot of physical therapy on my own because my place couldn't get me in until, like, what was it, 2 weeks after?
About 2 weeks. Yeah, it was like 13 days after surgery.
And I was already able to get to 90 degrees for my range of motion, which is really pretty remarkable. And I mean, you guys have seen, I can walk without my brace now. My doctor pretty much told me at my 10-day post-op that if it doesn't hurt, you can do it. There are some rules that you just can't do even if it doesn't hurt. But as far as walking and like weight bearing, it was supposed to be non-weight bearing or just toe touch weight bearing for, I want to say, the first 4 weeks. And when my doctor got in there, he noticed how things were torn. He's like, no, the way that we sutured your meniscus all back together and cleaned it all up, the way that it was torn, putting weight on it is not going to.
It's actually good for it.
It was actually good for it. So he's like, as long as it doesn't hurt, you can start putting more weight on it. So now I'm walking without brace, no crutches. I can drive again, which I just started last week. And my biggest issue right now is just my calf, my muscles in my legs hurts a lot because I'm using them again. So if you've ever had like a Charlie horse, you wake up in the middle of the night with a really bad Charlie horse and your muscles so tight the next day where it just feels like super sore, that's what it feels like to walk on it right now. But there's very little time where I have pain in the knee. It's just tight, so it's just range of motion and getting it stronger. And
Yep. And going to parties at midnight.
Nope. Not coming to your party at midnight.
No. Okay, here we go.
I respectfully decline.
Oh, look, it did. It auto starred that. We're going to put that one up here now. Ready?
Here we go.
Bam.
Boom.
Welcome. Member for 1 month.
That's my moo-moo.
Yep, that is moo-moo. Yep. Let's go here. Actually, let me see if I can find it. Just put up if I can find one.
Michelle was naughty. She got put in timeout.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what she said. My bot didn't like it.
There. 12 minutes.
12
minutes on the Christmas tree. On the holiday tree. All right, we're going back to the
so that's the thing is I don't think my muscle is cramping. It's just sore. I mean, actually, I do think some of they're spasming a little bit.
Yeah, they could be.
I'm already on a muscle relaxer for that.
Yep. All right, another starred one coming up.
Oh, any chance you'll be making a soap with the vanilla chai latte scent? It's my new thing.
Okay, vanilla chai latte is
It'd have to be a brown.
lotion.
It'd have to be a brown soap.
It'd be another brown. Vanilla turns everything brown. If you look, we have a vanilla swirl soap
so
in the
that's
Artisan.
like our warm vanilla sugar. We have that in lotion, soap, and Simple Suds.
I have no Artisans up here. Artisan, like this kind of box, pretty much.
Right.
There's a vanilla swirl in that, and then there's a vanilla in a very small, this size, for Simple Suds, which goes on sale at midnight tonight.
It's the chai.
Okay, at like 11:59.
Oh,
12 o'clock.
We did find a new inflatable bot. We aren't telling you.
Oh yeah,
what it is. You're gonna have to tune in on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving night. Yeah, we'll go Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, why not?
What time are we? I actually put this out to them in one of my videos.
We always did it from like 7 to 7:30.
Or was it 6:30 to 7? Because that was some people were like, I think it was 6:30 to 7. Most were 7 to 7:30.
I thought it was 7 to 7:30.
Okay, what time would you like? Yeah, almost.
Well, so here's the thing: is I'm pretty much ready for bed by 6 because the sun's been down for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh,
already.
It's ridiculous. No, that's where we need a new hobby. Yeah. Let's see.
Was that a birth control reference? Because I'm not agreeing to that live on Q&A.
No, it was not. No.
Oh shoot. Okay.
7 to 7:30. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Thanksgiving is the last Thursday in November.
So it's Thanksgiving.
I forgot y'all aren't from America.
Right. Thanksgiving is the 23rd. So
we would either start
it's not the last in November. Because
well, it's supposed to be.
No, it isn't. It's like the
third.
It's
the holiday.
Let me just Google it now. Make
that's
sure.
How they determine when Thanksgiving
it has something to do with like.
My bad. It's the 4th Thursday of November. I think that's the rule because look at it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I got you on right.
Yeah, Thanksgiving 23rd. Thank goodness, because we almost programmed all the sales wrong. 23rd that evening. Did we decide?
It sounds like it's 7 to
7 to 7:30.
Hold on, but Tracy seems to think it was 6 to 6:30. Honestly, it could be 6 to 6:30 because
I think it was.
Because again, it goes.
It goes pretty. No, it was definitely 6 to 6:30, I think, because sometimes I'm in the barn doing chores while it happens, or it's like right after chores are over. And
so we've changed it up.
We've changed it up. Yeah.
You're right, because we have to be done with the barn, but that's fine because the barn
can be done at 5 o'clock because it's so dark this time.
So it's 6 to 6:30.
Yeah.
That's
6
it.
to 6:30.
We've decided.
Okay, I gotta write that down somewhere. 6 to 6:30. So we can. I gotta start testing because I tested the other day and I noticed some lights don't work. Just writing a note.
Okay.
Come on. There we go. 6 to 6.
So then the question becomes: are we going to start it on Thanksgiving night or Black Friday night?
Let's sort of start it on Thanksgiving. Why not? You know, once it's all set up, it's programmed, and then it just does its own thing.
Right. It comes down to that whole like seeing a Christmas tree in Costco's in August. Just feels so wrong.
I'll start it now if you guys let me.
No.
That's my point. Yeah.
I draw the line. Thanksgiving is becoming the forgotten holiday. Apparently, after Halloween, we just jumped straight to Christmas.
This is kind of true. That does sort of happen. Yes. Oh, what?
Mel's like, yes, I vote now.
I see.
Well, so the thing is there was a night.
We're already listening.
There was a night where I might have taken my medication, and Mel was singing Christmas carols in chat.
Okay, how does that work? Do they type out the lyrics?
Yep.
With music notes on
emojis,
the front of it?
yes.
Wow.
And
I was karaoke in chat.
You miss a lot. You miss a lot. And I was feeling, well, see, here's what happened. Okay. Mel was singing, and there was some people, Vicky, who were like, no! And then Mel said something about, like, wouldn't it be funny if the lights went on and the music went on? And I was like, really? I have that button right here. And then we went through the whole playlist because I had to listen to my favorite, which is Carol of the Bell. And it turns out that Carol of the Bell was the last song that, we went through the whole line.
So it was a random Christmas party in the barn with 2 lights not working?
In October.
Good. That's what we do around here. We change things up. Here, speaking of changing things up, I don't like this question. I'm just kidding.
Are you going to get another Tog stud for breeding next year? That's going to come down to if the stars would have to align. I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay, good. Right to the next question. There you go.
Would you possibly be what?
No, I was about to answer it, but
would you possibly be using Grayson for we have?
I think we did. Yeah, Grayson was used for driveway breeding. Driveway breeding is when somebody else brings their goat girls, to the house to breed with. I knew that look on your face.
Well, no, because I've said that before and I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
To breed with.
And people were like, what girls is she talking?
And it doesn't happen in the driveway. It actually happens in the pen. You know.
So the 3 Alpines that came a few weeks ago, only one of them went in with Grace and the other 2 went in with Yoshi.
Yes, 6 minutes for the auction now.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So Grayson did his job with the one he was given, but the other 2 are young and they weren't in heat. So, but they did visit with Yoshi for a little bit.
Yeah. There's another one.
Do goats get cushions like horses and dogs? No, not really. No. Cushions is.
I was going to ask you to do that.
Well, see, I'm not super well versed on horses, but I do know that it's a nutritional thing.
Okay, so while you're looking that up, I'll put up another super chat thing.
If you've got cushions.
Thank you.
Oh. I guess I'm done talking.
No, I said while you're looking up that to figure out what you were looking up. Best village ever. We already went through that one. The auto ones, they were popping up here because people were putting up the little super chat thing. Did you find it?
Oh.
Hold, please.
Symptoms. So.
I take that as a no.
No, that's.
They're trying to give her ads. They're trying to sell her lotion, which, by the way, buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 2, get 1 free. It's the best lotion sale we've ever run. Because last year it was buy 3, get 1 free. So if you do the math, it was pretty aggressive. Oh,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
No, goats don't get this.
Me.
So I thought it had to do with their diet and
Here
like,
in
if it's
Tennessee,
too high.
I'm kind of concerned.
Huh? What?
She said in Tennessee, driveway breeding means something different. I think that's what I just saw.
I have no comment.
Yeah. Sorry, villagers. Here in Tennessee, driveway breeding means something different. I'm a little concerned as to what that might mean. This is late night. It's not a family show anymore. Only in Tennessee. Oh, that's funny. Are you still reading about cushions? I don't think so. I think the answer is no.
Well, no, it's not. And yeah, it's not. I thought it had to do something with diet and like a couple of the horses that we know, but I guess it's not.
Here's a good question for you while you were on your knee topic.
Oh, how is my back? My back is mostly okay. I had like when I started walking in like full weight bearing, but I couldn't walk normal because I was walking with my brace on, and the brace is so big and bulky that even if you tried to bend your
3 minutes. I was just giving everybody a warning.
If you tried to like bend your leg normally, you're still kind of like swinging your leg out to go forward, and so that messed up a little bit, and I had some pain there, but I'm still on a lot of medications that are dual purpose, so it's helping my back and that. But I my back was on its best behavior leading up to my knee surgery, so it's been fine, thank God, because if I had both going on at the same time, it's like just.
Okay, here you go.
Can the condition that Dolce and Duncan have occur in other goat breeds?
Condition as in like
if they were truly
sorry.
It's where
back to Google.
No, my brain isn't working. If they truly have the genetic mellitism, I think
which is the reverse of an albino.
Right. First of all, it might not be truly melanism, because that generally means that the animal is black. And I'm talking about black.
Yeah,
everywhere.
And they're brown. Right.
Everywhere. Like gums, teeth, not teeth, tongue.
Yeah, tongue, gums,
everything. And so that can happen in any species. Well, okay, maybe not any, but I know it can happen in more than just goats, because birds, there's a breed of bird that's out there. It's very popular in China and Asian cultures that is solid black, including their skin. So they've got black feathers, black beak, black combs, black skin, black, everything's black. I think even their organs are black. So that's true melanism. What Duncan and Dolce have is just a genetic mutation that makes them
Tracy. Sorry, they were saying they had to leave.
Makes them solid chocolate brown.
Yeah.
So is it true melanism? I don't think so, because by definition, it doesn't meet all the criteria. But it is definitely a genetic thing that happens in dogs sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's really not common at all. And to your to our point earlier, when we used to talk about this when we first had Dolce, both mom and dad have to carry the recessive gene. So they look normal, because recessive, if you don't have a double copy of it, then your dominant gene shows. And so their dominant gene is a typical Toggenburg with the brown with the white Swiss markings. When both parents have to give their copy of the recessive gene, which Grace got the copy of her recessive gene from her dad, who then, when we bred her back to her dad, they both shared that copy with their baby when that happened twice. So it happened with Dolce, it happened with Duncan. It did not happen with their first baby, which is why this was such a surprise. Yeah, so they have, I don't know where I was going with that. They both have to give it. Hold on. We missed it.
We missed it. It's over.
It's over.
It's over. And it actually went backwards.
Oh, it's over.
That's funny. It went backwards. It was
because that was the future bid.
Well, congratulations. Whoever
and
won.
Bernice won. She goes,
did?
it's mine. It is mine. I think that's what she
what
was
it says.
referring to.
Yep. Once
we log in.
Once we log in, we can confirm.
Because we don't want right through the end of the.
We don't want somebody like saying no.
Yeah, no. Bernice said she won.
Okay.
Yay! Congratulations. That's gonna be. It'll be fun.
I think it gave it justice when we posted the picture of it next to the Winnie cupcake. Like this.
Yeah, like it's
like,
huge.
oh, it's another cupcake. No,
it's huge.
It's like three times the size of a Winnie cupcake.
And it's really heavy. So we're gonna work on some packaging for the behemoth.
Yeah, it could take
cupcake.
a little while to get.
It is. It's a one of a kind, and it was cool. I showed the inspiration to for the cupcake. I showed that to Angie last Christmas. I was like, I'm making it next Christmas, and she goes, I quit. Because she always does that. It's fine. She always quits, and then come Monday, the first day of the week, she's always back.
First day of the week.
Yep.
Second day of the week.
It can't be.
Okay.
Okay, it can't be the second day of the week. Then why does Monday suck so bad? Because it's the first day of the week.
Monday doesn't suck for me. I like Mondays.
He always has to be the exception to the
rule,
rule, just to be difficult.
I like Mondays.
I don't know how I would sign it. It's
on the bottom.
I
She
just
might be able
to carve my initials into the bottom,
and maybe a 23 for the year it was made.
Yeah.
Underneath the base of the cupcake.
Yeah.
Like that. Possibly. All right, I'm going to show another one. Will you do hot apple cider mix? I love hot apple cider with snowy days. Even add a little cinnamon stick.
Y'all are getting carried away.
These ideas are great. We love the ideas. It keeps them. We have a whole list of things that we've always bounced around. Whoa, careful, dog.
She's just stretching.
And really, what it comes down to is
Bernice's credit card is done.
One person has asked for hot apple cider. That's the first person ever. And we will make mental notes or actual notes and be like, you know what? We're up to 13, 14, 20, 80 people have asked for hot apple. That's how we know that things, are making it closer to the top of the list. Hence the reason you guys get a calendar every year, because it's at the top of the list.
So some people are feeling like House of Pie 2 residents are getting gypped.
Because they don't have a pool?
They have nothing.
They have nothing. They have a beautiful setup. They have an L shape with a platform.
They do have a platform.
And an awesome porch that you guys can't see. I've already said.
Everybody has a porch. That's not special.
Yeah, but they have an awesome place to lay.
Which, by the way, wasn't even made correctly.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
How is it
Every
not
time
made
I drive
correctly?
down, because it's not tied into the building.
Yes, it is.
There's no A.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
There's
show
no
you.
A. I gotcha. On the side. Yeah.
That's pretty important.
Not really.
So the whole thing doesn't go whoop?
No. It's fine.
Okay.
It's good.
They need toys. And if Vicky said it, who is, she was, what month was that? April employee of the month.
She was the employee of the month for about 5 minutes
No.
while we were stuck in traffic.
Employee of the month means she's for the month, not 5 minutes.
All right.
She only worked 5 minutes, but she still got.
Right. Speaking of the store, though, right? This is gonna lead. We're gonna get there. We're just go crazy tie back in.
Oh, when are you doing the $500 draw? That's next month.
That's next month. I got to give the whole. Okay, so now we'll go back.
Oh, and Vicky's like, it's 30 minutes.
Oh, 30 minutes. Good job, Vicky.
30
minutes. Yep. The whole month. So we had this crazy roller coaster of subscribers.
Yeah.
We do not think it had anything to do with the giveaway.
Nope.
Because based on what YouTube says, YouTube decided to put our. I showed it in one of my videos.
Charlotte's not happy, and she's your favorite. She needs toys.
You didn't listen to this morning's video as to who my new favorite is.
You can't have a new favorite.
Another favorite, kind of.
Who?
We'll see if anybody listens. So what I was saying was, if YouTube puts our content,
Is it Fergie?
no,
80.
I will wait till you're done. Yes.
Why is 80 your favorite?
I don't know.
And I don't mean disrespect to 80, but like, why?
She's just interesting. She gives me these looks in the morning that are just like, "It's my turn to eat yet." She's
I
not
give
like
you the same look.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're also my favorite. I mean,
If you don't want to get smothered by the pillow tonight, that better be your answer.
speaking of that, did you guys know yesterday was the day we met? 20-something years ago.
You don't even know.
No, I don't remember. At least right now, as I'm giggling, I don't remember. Yeah, yesterday was the day we met at the midnight party.
Actually, it kind of was.
It kind of was a midnight.
So then, wait a second. When is our actual
I don't-
anniversary? Is it yesterday or today?
Oh, depends. So yeah, where was I going with
I don't
this?
know.
What were we
80,
talking-
your favorite.
No, that's what we were talking about. The
Anniversary?
store, because Vicky was running the store. The store will be open.
This was 3 subjects ago.
The store will only be open for you locals Friday. That would be the Friday after Thanksgiving, the 24th, if I'm correct. Did I say that correctly?
Sure.
Yes, the 24th from 9 to 5, and then Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 5, and that's it for the whole holiday season. That is the only time the store will be open, and that helps me answer this question, which is, what is the shelf life of lotion? So technically, legally, by the whole FDA that we're involved with, it's 2 years. However,
Best used by.
best used by is 2
2
years. However, we have tested lotion. I forgot these are empty.
Those are empty.
These
They're
are
fake.
just fake displays. But we have tested lotion 3-4 plus years old. That is perfectly fine. As long as it is stored
Out
correctly.
of the sun,
Right.
out of the heat.
Right. You're not leaving it in your car. You're not
Right.
leaving it in the window in your bathroom. So in the summer, it's getting baked by the sun. It'll be perfectly
Mhm.
fine. So with that said, if you're here at the store, we have a big clearance rack this year
Yep.
of some lotions that are a little close
They're
to.
close to that end of their best used by date.
Right. So
Right?
some
Yeah.
lotions from a year and a half ago that just never sold through. You know, we might only have 2 bottles left.
Typo makes a very valid point here.
Uh-oh.
What if Edie starts jumping again? How long will she be your favorite then?
Not my favorite anymore. Yeah. Your
So-
behavior can really affect favoritism.
Nope.
Yes, it
No,
can.
because Moo was always a little spicy and sometimes naughty, and she always remains my favorite.
Okay.
I would never admit it but then once you lose your favorite, then you're like, yeah, no, I actually she was my favorite.
Okay. So 80 is currently up at the favorite level, but may not stay there if that happens.
So it's
And if she starts jumping, I'm blaming it on Typo. It's her fault for bringing it up.
okay.
Yep.
Because
We don't-
Edie can read chat
Yeah,
now.
we don't talk about things like this.
We don't put it out in the
We
universe.
don't put it out there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Here's a question for you.
Thor is secretly Aaron's favorite. He has never forgotten his name.
Oh gosh, no, Thor is not my favorite.
And
No.
you have always forgotten his name.
No, Thor I never forget.
You
his name.
always forget him
Mm.
in the House of Pie lineup.
It's the other ones. Thunder, Roman, and Pie. I can never get those 3 straight. It's the 3 amigos.
Why?
Because I've never been
They
given
all
a cheat
look
sheet.
different. Oh my god. You were there at their birth. Is
That
that, not
does
enough?
not help.
You were quite literally right there.
Yeah.
I've never understood how you can't
Okay.
tell goats apart.
I do not think Ace is moving to House of Pie.
No.
There you go. Thank you for answering
Oh,
that question.
I thought he said something dumb. If I thought somebody else
she didn't mean
had
that
said
about
it,
you.
nope. I said it like, what a dumb question. I thought that's because he asked it.
It's not a dumb question. Please come back. You don't have to. She
It
left.
wasn't a
She
dumb.
left. We just
No,
went from
it wasn't a dumb
361.
question. It was only going to be dumb if he asked it. He should know better. 'Cause
Just
we've
like,
talked
just
about
like I should know Pie and Thunder and Roman and all
Yes,
these
they
shows.
all look so different.
Yep.
Totally different.
Okay. Is Vinny neutered?
No,
Not yet.
not yet. Okay, so that brings me
Later
to
this week.
Monday.
Hang on, one more question.
Oh my gosh.
What is the shovel? We already
We
did
already
that.
did that one.
It didn't clear out.
I
can't get rid of it. There we go.
So
I
Monday.
think you're good now.
Oh
Talk
my God.
about Monday.
I'm trying to.
Okay, the second day of the week.
Monday, the 13th, in the morning, sometime. Dr. Kara is coming to the farm to do ultrasounds on the 7 goats that we bred, and fingers crossed that everybody is pregnant, and another fingers crossed that we can tell about how many babies they're having. Also, in light of recent events and Vinny's arrival to the farm, he is going to be getting, what did you do what are you doing? You're trying to change.
That's so people can sign up. You're talking about babies. Go ahead. Continue. You're talking about ultrasounds. Ultrasounds lead to babies. Babies lead to birth. Kidding season. Sign up now. That's also saying. Go ahead. Continue. It's only water, by the way.
We'll help after Q&A. I don't know how to help with that right now.
Help.
The link isn't working for the auction item.
Working.
We'll figure it out. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we'll figure
we
it out.
already know it's yours. We'll figure it out. Okay, so that's when Vinny's getting castrated. But only if they're not pushing him around, which it looks like they're fine. And the only reason he wasn't castrated was because of the timing of when he came home and to Rob and Jenna's house, and then the hot summer, and then Kara had a medical emergency, which took her out of work for a little bit. And also at the very same time that Kara had her medical issue, Dr. Lindsay was having her baby. And so there really wasn't anybody to do the castration over the summer and into like early fall. So, and then Tony passed away unexpectedly, somewhat unexpectedly. Like we had an idea it was coming soon, but we had no idea it was going to be that soon. And then Vinny had to move over right away. So now that he lives here and Dr. Kara just happens to be coming over on Monday, we'll try to sneak it in on that visit. But it's only if Vinny is really integrated well and Mufasa and Ace aren't pushing him around, because they don't want to do that surgery and then have him being bumped and all that. So that's still kind of up in the air. We say probably castrated. He cannot be alone, so don't tell me put him in Goose's bed.
But he's not alone. There's still 5 goats over there. He can hear and see and smell and everything.
He would technically smell.
So then he has to get castrated with other goats with him.
But it doesn't have to be. You don't have to rush that process. He can stay intact, and it's just fine until he fits into his herd, because that's a lot of change in less than a week.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense. Yeah.
All right. The time, like Vicky said, to put that emoji question mark in front of your question so that we can easily see it. And we will do our best to answer those questions before we are tired of talking.
Yeah, before we're done, can we answer? Yes, you could. Okay.
Well, if you're gonna read out loud,
I know those were what you were just saying. I saw a red. Oh, what the heck? Whoa! Got it. It was a bug.
You're supposed to kill it before you throw it on the floor.
I'm murdering something live on YouTube. It's a bad idea.
That was scary. That's so funny.
That was good. That was very good.
Oh. Where the hell did that thing come from? Because now I'm paranoid.
It was just a bug.
I don't do bugs.
It's just a bug. Not even a bee or anything.
Yeah, until it starts crawling on your hands while you're in front of the camera. Kelly, where were you on that one?
Sleeping. Okay, let me see if I can find. They're all just laughing. Yep, they're giggling. They're laughing. I'm trying to find a question. Look, even people on Facebook are laughing. Look at that. See? The face space. Oh, I just had put up another random laughter. That was funny. Okay, I think I saw question marks. I didn't even proof the question.
Is there a chance for Dolce's offspring to have the color thing?
Ooh.
Since she was bred with Mufasa. Well,
No.
so it's possible for her baby to carry the recessive gene, but it's not possible for her baby to have anything to do with. I mean,
Right.
if she comes out, or if the baby comes out with a similar color pattern as Dolce, that doesn't mean that it's because Dolce is that color. It just means like that's how the genes worked between her and Mufasa. The Toggenburg solid brown thing, it has to be two togs make a solid tog in order for you to know that they have that gene.
Yep. Here you go. Will Cassie Castle get their Moo box back? They seem to be missing it. Okay, so this is the challenge. We have a 13-year-old, 14-year-old going on 40, and he's working on his boat, and it requires garage space. So he has been loaned a certain portion. Pretty much he took over the whole garage for the past week, and I can't kick his boat outside because it's half taken apart.
He's been working on it.
Because he's working on it. Which is taking up the space required for me to rebuild/fix up the Moo box. I actually had this discussion with this child who wants a garage for Christmas. You're not getting a garage for Christmas.
It won't fit in
It
Santa's
won't
sleigh.
fit
Sorry.
under the tree. And
the tree isn't the problem.
He is so negotiating, well, we can get a shed from one of those pre-built places that can just kind of like the Bow Barn. If you guys have been around long enough, Angie's barn, it was just delivered boom, one, you go there, you write a check, they ship it, and 2 weeks later you have a garage.
Right.
And he's like, I'll pay you for it over time, and then when I move out and I'm old and I get married or whatever, I'll take it with me so it's not in your way. I mean, this kid is trying everything to buy his own garage. Unfortunately, that is not happening anytime soon. So I need to help him with his boat because he's on a part where he can't do it alone. And then do some rearranging and try to get a space 6 feet by 6 feet or whatever so I can start sanding. And I'm going to repaint the Moo box. We're just going to bring it all back to good. Basically put new feet on it because 2 of the feet are gone. And then bring it back. But whoa, Stella, she's just stretching. She was really stretching it out there. But yeah, that's the plan. So I got to kick Tyler out of the garage, basically. It's really what's happening. How is Jace? That's funny. I wish I had that picture. Jace is fine. He's getting old. So he's not here that often.
He's just doing high school senior things.
High school senior things. Yes. Oh my gosh, the questions are coming so fast. Okay, here comes another one. And I didn't read it. Okay, neither did you.
Oh, is Jenny just over running for green? How's Vixen been doing?
Picking up on my okay.
Well, you're the one that does House of Pie. How am I supposed to know?
Jen's
getting old, and I just don't think she wants to compete for green anymore.
She just doesn't care.
I don't know what it was, but as soon as Rainey came over with the 3 babies, she gave up on green because she was always running for green until Rainey came over.
Yep.
So I don't know. Vixen's doing fine.
Yep.
So that's good.
Okay. I just threw that up there because it had question marks, but I probably shouldn't have.
Oh, it was just a comment about how
Got
bugs.
Yeah.
No laughing here. Oh goodness.
How is Grams doing? Grams is actually hooking us up. She brought Olivia to a birthday party so we can do this live because we were like,
ourselves.
We were like, Olivia has to get to a birthday party and back, and then.
By the way, my knee itches every once in a while. If you've ever had surgery before, I still have just right where the incision is, plus my knees, my leg is a little numb still. I don't know what happened, but the whole inside of my leg is numb. But every once in a while you get these tinglies that start coming back, so I get itchies. I just saw myself scratching my leg.
Yeah.
And I was like, I might want to explain what I'm doing because otherwise
you're gonna see it again there.
Anyway, it itches, right in here, because right in here is where the incisions were. So that's itchy a little bit.
So here comes a question. When can we buy Goat Snuggle tickets?
February 1st.
It's pretty much February 1st. So this is what's going to happen.
Thought it was a trivia game.
We talked about there's a little price change in Goat Snuggle tickets, all that stuff. We'll communicate way more with you people. Basically, the 346 people that are watching, we will go live a couple days before February 1st or something like that. And we'll probably give you a coupon code that allows you to lower say it was $20. We're probably going to $25, but you'll get a coupon code that allows you to get it for $20 for the whole month of February.
Yeah.
And then once we go into March, it's $25. But we're not putting that code out to the general public. It is literally just the people that follow us. So it'll be on a live or something. Write it down, whatever. Even share it with your friend. I don't care. That's how villages grow. We all talk to each other. And then once we get to March 1st, the code doesn't work anymore. So that's kind of the plan. That way you still get it for $20. And then we move from there. So welcome, Canada. Coming back. So this is possible. Can you give her her own grain? Yes, we could. But logistically, right now, Liz cannot open House of Pie because they will run her over. That's how it's even hard for me to open House of Pie in the morning because the goats are so food motivated, they will hurt you. So at this point, no, I almost want to stop grain because they're getting so aggressive in the morning, which you guys don't even, you see it a little when I tilt the camera down and they like go flying out and they push me, but it doesn't do it justice on camera. They've almost taken my finger off at the door. Like they get,
they're very, it's probably the least safe way to feed grain to goats, just because they're so routine, like they're animals of habit and routine. They know what's coming next. And you got Amy, who's in the 180s all the way down to like Ari and the babies who are probably over 80 pounds now, and they can push or they can pull 6 times their body weight. So they're taking you out.
So we fattened them up right before winter, and they are chunky over there. So we might start lowering the grain off maybe and not running it through the winter. Also, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, but I can't let Tyler open the barns. I can't let Liz do it. And there's going to be times I can't do it, and we have to figure it out.
I think there's a different way to do it. I think if we get the grain in the buckets and then go through the paddock around to the door that you have to open, and you're just going to open it towards you now, and you're nowhere near, there's a door in between you. But the door would have to be closed the correct way at night from the outside.
So it's got to be
that way you can open it from the outside only. Yeah, it would work.
Yeah.
I saw some other.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So we're trying to come up with a villager weekend date. We wanted to make it. They're asking for what weekend is villager weekends?
Yeah, that's not confirmed yet.
We've been trying to just kind of get to ultrasound day before we start talking about due dates and then snuggle dates and then all of that. So we got to get past Monday first. And then I think we'll really start thinking about how far into snuggle season do we want. If we make it in May, that's a nicer time of year. In Connecticut, it's warmer, but then you miss like the real baby size. Right. So if we make it in April, you don't want to do it the first week of snuggle season because they're kind of still getting used, depending on how old they are. The first couple of sessions in April are just like they know what to do, but they're just not quite 100%. They're at like 80%. And so we noticed by the second or third weekend of snuggles, they know exactly what to do.
Right. And they're not afraid of humans at that point. They're like,
they're not really afraid of humans the first weekend either.
Used to them now.
They're just, they know what to expect.
Right.
It's not new to them anymore. So then do we do like the third weekend in April or the last weekend in April? So I don't know. We'll talk about that once we know.
Yeah, once we get through ultrasounds on Monday, then those dates will be plugged into the calendar. So you'll start to learn exactly when kidding season will be. So you can put in your request off from work and all that kind of stuff. So you could just sit and watch. And then from there, it's like, okay, are we sticking with the first Saturday in April as the opening of Go Snuggles, or are we adjusting by 1 week? So all that'll be confirmed in the next basically 7 days, pretty much.
I mean, I guess we have 2 votes for the last weekend in April. The question is
kind
do
of
we
what
put a
we-
poll out?
That's kind of what
Because
we were
it's-
aiming
You guys
for.
are the one. It doesn't matter to us. We're having Snuggles with or without Villager weekends, right?
Right,
Like
Go
we're
Snuggles
gonna be
is
here.
happening, right?
It's just
yeah.
a matter of like when
What?
is it?
Right.
We'll just do the consensus and just be like, okay, well, the most people can make it here the last weekend in April. And that's when they want to come.
I would not put it the last weekend in April. I would put it on the 20th and 21st. That's what I would do.
Why? Oh.
Because we have a life and we
So
have other things that
we
go
should
on that
not
we can't
do
discuss.
the last weekend in April.
Right.
That's not in my calendar.
Well, you put it there. It's right there on the 27th.
It's not a nice color.
Yeah. So
It's a
no,
color.
if it was on the 27th, Liz won't be here. It's that simple.
I won't be here.
So you don't want it on the 27th.
No.
Nope. It's got to go the week before.
But that's if she qualifies.
Whatever. Okay, fine. Olivia's got a gymnastics tournament. There you go. Now that it's out.
Well, it's states.
Yeah. It's the
But
state
she has
tournament.
to qualify for that.
Right. So we
Sure.
don't want it on that day. It's that
No.
simple. You can't put it on that day.
Oh,
'cause-
and then which weekend is Easter?
Good question. That doesn't populate in our case. So we got a lot
No,
to
it does
figure out.
actually populate in our calendar. I have my holidays turned on.
Will it turn on Easter? Because Easter floats like crazy. That one's not as simple as just math.
Wow.
What? Easter's when?
Easter is in March this year.
Easter 2024. Yeah,
March
March 31st. Woo. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, that seems really
It's going to be
early.
snowing.
It can.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
one year.
So right now, I would say, without anybody booking anything, tentatively, it's the weekend of the 20th. 20 and 21st. That
yeah,
weekend.
which is technically then 18,
Yep.
19, 20, and 21 because
yeah,
we'll be
those that
doing
3 days.
we'll be doing Snuggles. The Sunset Snuggles was a big hit last year, so we'll be doing those on Thursdays and Fridays again. And then the 20th and 21st will be the Saturday and Sunday sessions.
Yeah. I'm
So-
almost like 90% sure that's when it is, but we'll talk off camera so you don't get Olivia's gymnastics schedule while we're here. It's fine. It's no big deal.
Not
but
like y'all know where it is.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Because I can't even find out.
Yeah,
where
we
it
don't
is.
even know where it is. Right.
Oh, it's fine.
All right. So next is Liz. Who do you think the queen in Cassie's castle? Do you think Rainey is the queen in House Pie 2?
So Greta, as of right now, is the queen of Cassie's castle. I haven't really seen anything to tell me otherwise. And I do actually think that there is a change going on in House of Pie 2.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't think Lucy's got it in her.
No, it's not Lucy anymore.
Rainey has put up quite an effort, and it does look like Lucy is respecting her space, which would tell me that maybe Lucy is like, I've seen Lucy get in the middle of arguments like she normally does, like the peacemaker,
Yeah.
but I don't see her really interjecting and dominating over Rainey. And so that would tell me maybe Rainey is. And Rainey's actually would make a great queen.
Yeah.
She's got a great head on her shoulders, and she clearly has leadership abilities because those 3 babies follow her around like nothing. But yeah, I mean, you gotta consider that Lucy's gonna be 10
Yeah.
in February.
And Rainey's only what?
She's only
7.
6, 7,
6 or 7,
or she's
right.
gonna be 7.
Yeah. So
I retired her a year early, so I think she's 6 going on 7.
yeah.
This next kidding season she'll be 7. So yeah, I mean, Grace is always, when Grace was a baby, we called her the princess in training. So I do see, and I continue to see, queen qualities in Grace. And maybe there's a little something going on there between, but I don't see Greta and Grace really going at it. Like, they aren't really arguing and having words. Greta still gets whatever she wants. So I would say Greta's still the queen, even though she's not a good queen, because she's not. I hate to say it. But when we did the move and we moved all the goats over to House by 2 and retired Lucy over there, and so position was open for queen, we all know what I said. I was like, anybody but Greta.
Yep.
And then it was freaking Greta.
Yep.
So, but we'll see. It's as they are hormonal, sometimes you'll see a push for somebody to want to be queen, and then maybe that queen, most of the times, that queen is like, no. Maybe we'll see a push, but I don't know.
So going back to the whole grain and House Pie 2 thing,
Yeah.
this is exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Okay. So
But we don't want that.
Right. Opening the door from the outside, I have a cartoon image of Aaron being flattened against the fence. Yes, that's exactly what would happen if you open the door from the outside. And then somebody else.
Not if you do it fast enough.
Could you open the door before pouring grain? So I've done that. They don't care.
No.
They don't even realize the grain isn't there. They'll still trample their way out of that door.
The last thing you want to do is open the door while holding the grain.
That
and
you
now,
definitely don't.
I mean, you'll just have
Oh, I meant what
on
you
their
mean.
back
So you would go, right now my procedure is go to House of Pie, grab the grain, put it in all the troughs, right? Then go over to House of Pie 2, right? Work your way through House of Pie 2 and open the door. They now go all the way around, they go eat grain. Now you're in House of Pie 2 basically with no goats except for one. And you can throw your hay and do whatever you need to do. You could technically go in and open the door, let them outside, then go get the grain. But now you're pouring grain into troughs with goats jumping on the fence to take the grain out of the scooper. So they'll basically lunge over the. You got to get it in the. You have to get the grain first. In. Yeah. Grain has to go in trough first.
They don't care that it's in a bin. They're not going to wait patiently. Yeah. They're livestock. Like, they're going to go for food.
And if I try to open it from the outside, they're going to hear me out there. They're going to know I'm there. And now you're going to have all that weight of all those goats kind of right up against the door. And the minute you unlock that door's coming open. Kind of like that. And
that's only because you're
and it could cause a problem. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, it is what it is right now. They're getting grain, they're gonna run to it. It's the whole reason we're doing it, so we can monitor the health and see who runs, who doesn't. The other one's fat and happy. She doesn't even want it. And the question is, do they really need all that grain? Really? Because they are definitely chunky.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking to see if I missed anything.
Yeah, Lucy's always been the one that like tries to break up the fights between two other goats. Like, that's why she was always the peacemaker, and then she turned into the undercover queen when we realized that Danica was hiring her to do all of her dirty work. Because we thought Danica was the queen of Cassie's castle until
Okay.
Until Lucy was like, no, actually, I am.
So we're pretty much done.
Yes.
Oh, another question just came.
Oh, a couple of them.
Oh, geez. Let me go back. Because my leg's falling asleep.
As the girls get older, do you think you will need to build a separate stall in House of Pie for anyone who needs medical attention or needs separation for medical issues? I think if that were the case where somebody would need long-term like medical attention, we'd probably move them back to Cassie's Castle and get them into a stall here, because that barn is easier to monitor, even as far as just internet access. So if we needed to put a camera on one of those girls or boys,
everything from the water is closer to the house is closer to like all the medications are close,
like the cabinet.
So we were
all the medication. Right. At that point, if it's something where we know that goat is sick, that goat needs, several days of supportive care,
Yeah, they're coming back.
we're moving the goat.
Yeah.
So that's just.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. We did it for Poppy in House of Pie. We built her a stall out of hay.
That was for one day.
One day.
Because she went downhill so quickly.
Right.
So
it's
that was more because she couldn't move herself.
Right.
And this was easier for us to just make her a hay bed with hay walls, and she was more than happy.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep. And the one thing about that I'll never forget is I had never seen Hunter over in House of Pie.
I remember that.
Until that day. And that day he didn't leave.
Yeah.
He laid on that hay bale, on that hay wall stall that we made for Poppy. Yeah. She was inside a hay cube, and he was sleeping right there the whole time. Yeah, it was, he's always been very receptive.
So real quick, because now they're all flying in it, and I was trying to get to something else. Go ahead.
Does Lucy miss Bonnie, and does Bonnie miss Lucy? I don't think Bonnie misses Lucy at all. Lucy may have some feelings about it, and unfortunately, that's.
Bonnie's grown up so fast. Yeah, Bonnie's a little Lucy.
But I don't think Lucy doesn't cry for her. They're not standing at the fence line. They are a driveway apart, okay? And so the last 2 days when they were out, when Castle Girls were out in Paddock 2 and House of Pies, right? They could see each other. Yeah. Neither one of them are crying for each other. So I think they're fine. I do think that Lucy's just getting older and not as bold. It's, like that old commercial, I'm old and bold, get used to it.
Yeah.
I don't think age has made Lucy more bold. I think it's made Lucy a little less bold.
Yeah.
But when Dr. Care comes on Monday, there are a couple fecal samples that I want to run just to spot check the herd.
Yeah, careful though. The price of fecal samples like tripled.
I know.
It's crazy.
But I have to do.
I know you have to do what you have to do. Or like
it's one of the reasons Snuggle tickets had to go up.
Like $9 for fecals a couple years ago. Now it's $35.
It used to be 12, and now it's 34.
Yeah, it went from 12 to 34.
No, with only 7 being bred, we will not be using FEMA stalls.
Oh, geez, where are you? I was just about to click a button on a question, and you just jumped to another. Go ahead, keep going.
I don't know.
No FEMA trailers.
Oh no, I'm spot checking some fecals.
Yes.
On Monday.
Yes.
And Lucy's will be part of them,
right?
Because she had issues.
Might as well spot check the one that doesn't want to run the grain, just to see if there's but she's so fat and she looks great. I mean, she just mentally like, I don't want grain.
Maybe she doesn't. She'll eat the grain right out of your hand. She just doesn't want to make the effort to go over there.
Right.
But no, we'll be spot checking some, and Lucy will be one of them. So yeah. Yep,
that's it. Okay, back to where I was. Yep. So the fourth that you guys are talking about here, I think you're talking about the fourth trough. Right here, Aaron fixed the fourth trough. Yeah, that's coming soon. Eventually, that goes back to Tyler taking over the whole garage, and I couldn't find what I needed the other day. Somebody asked here about an Amazon wish list for goats. The moderators can drop a wish list link. It's out there somewhere, but it's pretty much overrun by Christmas stuff for the kids. So ignore it if you want, because there's nothing really on it for goats at this point. Because we use that for family too. We'll send them that link and be like, "What do you want for the kids? Here's the link. Here's the link."
Right. Well, and there's some villagers who have specifically asked too, like, we want to send the kids something for Christmas, and so we put it out there. If you're looking for something for just the goats, and it's not there, it means we don't need it right now. So we're all stocked up on minerals and hoof trimmers and zinc tablets. And Winnie was my nurse, remember?
Oh, Quinn was your nurse. Yeah, not anymore.
No. Well, I'm trying to tell.
She's pretty much doing it all.
I have a hard time asking for help anyway. So being laid up in bed and like really not being able to do simple things for myself, I had to ask for a lot of things. And so that was great. While I couldn't do things for myself, Quinn was another option to help. and he kept me company. Liv kept me company. We'd watch movies, and they'd watch these silly shorts on either mostly YouTube, and they would send them to my phone just for like a cute little giggle, and that was great. But now I'm to the point where, you know, you just said it. You know, like, I can get that for you. I was trying to put my sock on this morning, which was the first time I ever put a sock on since surgery. And he's like, you know, I can do that for you. And I was like, yeah, but I have to know what I can and can't do. How far can I bend my knee before it hurts? And I can't put, like, I put a sneaker on today for the first time instead of a shoe that I could slide into. And that I couldn't do. You had to put
I put the sneaker on.
The sneaker on for me.
Couldn't get it over the heel.
But then, I mean, I tied it.
Right.
You know, so it's, yeah. But yeah, he was actually a good nurse, and he said, well, you were such a good nurse to me, so when he broke his arm.
So somebody asked, why is it so much higher for those tests? It's just the world we live in.
Why is hay more high?
Hay has gone up, everything. Well, if you think about it, both of them, hay and the fecal testing, right? It takes humans to, like, go out and get the hay out of the field and all. It takes a lot of fuel for hay. It takes a lot of fuel for the test because fuel is built into shipping. Shipping has gone up because we have to ship these to a lab somewhere, and then the humans have to put them under the microscopes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's gone high enough to where, as goat farmers with herds like this, we used to say, fecal them all. Like 8, 9, 10 goats at $12, like for $120, we can get a picture of the whole entire like barn. Now you can't. You spot check. You're like, let's go with that one, and that one for $95 or whatever. Get 3 of them.
And one of the reasons I want to check Lucy is because she was deemed resistant. Her and Sadie were deemed resistant to one of the medications that we use. And so if they have a problem, I want to catch it early. Or I want to know, I don't want to catch it early. I want to know exactly what they're dealing with, because I can only use a certain medication now, since this class of medications no longer works for the worms that they have. We have to use this medication. Well, this medication is great, but I don't want to treat them unless they absolutely need to be treated, because we don't want them to be resistant to this one and this one, because then you only are left with one more class of medications.
Right.
And that class of medications might not even work for the type of parasite that they have. So we have to be really careful. And sometimes, like last time, we actually did a double combo of 2, and that seemed to work. But just with age, you gotta, you know, be careful.
Yeah.
You know, we always say the parasites like to take advantage of the young and the old. Well, our herd is getting old.
Right. They're definitely getting old. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I've been talking about it for years.
Yeah.
At some point, we're not going to be able to stop it. You know, it's an age thing. You know, about shipping. Do you know if there's an alternative option for international shipping? I want to try Chaos Coffee, but shipping costs the same cost as a packet. Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have any other options we use for international shipping. And the website, I think, calculates it all by itself.
So international shipping is based on weight.
Yeah, it's a weight thing. We don't
actually control, we don't plug in any information into our website other than how much does this product weigh. And then as you're checking out, that's how international shipping is calculated. So if you go over, I want to say if you go over 3.5 or 4 pounds, it will skyrocket.
Yeah, if you stay under
under that 2-pound mark.
I think it's 4 pounds. I don't know what it is. Somebody else knows.
It's a little more reasonable. And it also depends on where internationally, because Canada is totally different than having to fly all the way over to UK, Germany.
I've had this shipped to India before, and Australia.
Yeah, it's
all these
expensive. Yeah, it's equally expensive for us to do it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately.
So, have you ever considered doing your own fecal test? So the answer is yes, we have. However, if you, I kind of like history, but don't like history all at the same time. Yeah, Henry Ford at one time when he was building the Model T tried to make his own tires and his own glass, and it failed. He was like, no. At one point,
leave it up to the expert.
Leave it up to the expert, right?
So
like you can only bring so much in house until like now. Liz and I are spending an hour and a half trying to figure out what that worm is, and then we're googling like, is this trigger strong drawers? Is this a garber pole,
or
a tape worm? And the people doing this are scientists for a reason. Yeah. Like,
well, and they have special.
I have thought of it.
They have special machines too, where you can actually get an egg parts per million, and you really need to have. So all we would be able to do is spot check everybody, right? We could spot check and be like, okay, theirs looked clean. Okay, theirs didn't, but we don't know how many eggs there are. So we're going to have to send that off to a lab because they can go and say that they have, do they only have 500 because we don't treat 500, or do they have 1,500? Because once they start hitting over 1,000, you start treating.
Right. So it's like a pre-screen we can do.
You could do a pre-screen, but that's, but then is that really worth the time and the effort? Yeah. Not really.
Well, we have thought about it.
Yeah, we have.
We've also
started. We also thought about doing progesterone tests on our own dogs.
Yep.
But again, that's not. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's another one. Once the dog starts going into heat for the Frenchies, we got to go to the vet like every day.
Well, every other day, depending on how close she is.
To get a progesterone test done, which costs like $75 each time, and it could happen day after day after day.
So for like for the week. Right. For the first 7 days ish, because somewhere in the first week of them being in heat, like them spotting,
right?
At some point that week, they are going to be ready. So you test on day 1, and if it's so low, then you skip the next day and you test on this
day 3.
Every other day. But then, like day 3, you might want to test on day 4,
right? Depending
on what day 3 numbers are. So, and then
you do the same. That too. We were
and
like,
you do the same thing at the end of their pregnancy.
Yeah. So you can buy a progesterone testing machine, and then you gotta and then it's like, no, have you considered? Okay, we just talked about that. Oh, here's a good one. How is Jake doing? I know don't see him a lot, and how's his senior year? He's growing up. Let's say he's getting older. He's got some things to think about. He's not scooping, hay.
Well, that's Tyler.
That's not. Shit, wrong
Tyler.
kid. Oh, my fault. Yeah. Hang on. I thought I had.
He doesn't know the kids either. Like the goats, they don't. He doesn't know their names.
Tyler as a little kid.
He doesn't know our kids.
Oh, it wasn't. It was Jake here. That's the Jake one I had. Yeah, yeah. Him and his coffee culottes from Dunkin' Donuts. Not sponsored again, but that's his thing. But yeah, he's doing all right.
No, he's doing well. I mean, typical teenage stuff, typical high school drama, all that stuff. But overall, he's doing well.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, senior year, what am I doing next year? Right. So that's causing a little bit of anxiety, a little bit like, stress, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I don't know what I want to. He thinks if he gets a job, which he had a job over the summer, now that school's in session, it just became too much for him to juggle both. So he's taking a little bit of a break, but he's starting to apply to like new jobs. And he thinks that if like whatever job he goes to get like right now, he's going to do for the rest of his life. And I'm like, no.
I'm like, I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up. You don't need to know at 18. Like, you don't have to have the whole world figured out. And those are the conversations we're having. Like, even this guy, ready? He
oh my God,
doesn't even have the whole world figured out.
He might think he does.
He might think he does, but he doesn't. That was such a great picture.
He belongs in Wyoming.
That is such a great picture. Yeah.
Wyoming.
Yep. But yeah, now this one kind of has the whole world figured out, sort of.
She knows who her person is.
Yep.
Yeah, she makes me proud.
Yep. And these guys are really just figuring out everything. They've got some work to do between the three of them, but they're not doing bad.
So I saw this video of a panda one time on the TikTok.
On the TikTok, yeah.
And it made me giggle like a lot because it was the voiceover. Somebody was talking for the panda, okay? But it really did sound like the panda's voice. And he looked down and he was doing like the typical panda rolling thing.
Yeah.
But like he stopped in the middle of his roll and looked between his legs and he goes, I'm a boy panda. Yes!
Mhm.
That's what those boys are doing right now.
Yeah.
They're looking between their legs and they're like, I'm a boy goat. And Ace is like, I don't know what I am. Because he's not quite either one.
And then you guys are always wondering what's all that noise. It's this guy, but obviously who's
A lot bigger.
very little in this picture.
A lot bigger.
But he's gotten a little bigger. That is who?
Asher.
Yes, he's
I can't believe that's the same goat.
He's
he
the
looks
one
totally different now.
He's the one making all that noise.
Asher yells. He's a very vocal goat. With
Yeah.
or without Yoshi there, so he's not lonely because Yoshi moved out. He just likes to talk. The
Yeah.
whole ride home, he screamed bloody murder. He was the worst goat to bring
He
home.
yells at me when I'm at House of Pie every morning.
Yes.
He probably hears the grain hit the damn bucket
I'm
all the way
surprised.
over at House of Pie, and he just screams.
I'm surprised he's not related to Giovanni in any way because Giovanni was a very vocal boy as well. And it's not a typical LaMancha thing. LaManchas aren't
No, they're
typically
usually not loud.
loud.
And then we already saw Baby Tyler.
Baby Tyler.
Scooping poo in the horse barn.
Yep.
Yeah. And we talked about Chai.
Oh,
Baby-
she wearing
that
her
was
her
her
princess panties.
That was her first heat cycle.
yeah,
What her princess
that
panties
picture is
on.
not recent.
No.
That was from at least
No.
6 months ago.
We haven't talked about Winston that much, meaning this Winston.
That Winston.
Now, Mr. Rob and myself have discussed our winter plans with Winston, so we are going to get to work on him. When like the snow starts to fly and there's nothing else to do, we're gonna drink beer and work on the car. That's the plan.
I think that's a good
Probably not in that
I was
order.
gonna say maybe you should save the drinks for
Yeah,
after
yeah.
you work on the barn.
And then here's one that I don't think I've ever showed this audience, but it's Baby Aaron in the middle.
Oh my lord! Look at that mop on your head.
I hope my brother's not watching.
Oh my lord!
Yep, that was me.
Did she put a bowl? on
Little-
your
oh
head?
my God. I think they did the whole bowl cuts back. I should send that to Rob. Be like, look, I was a sailor. I was a sailor once.
And it wasn't even Halloween. You
No,
were holding an egg basket.
I don't think it
You
was.
dressed up for Halloween.
I didn't
for-
dress myself. We're
for
talking
Easter
like
in a
early
sailor
80s.
outfit? Okay, you want to know what's funny?
Okay, somebody.
I
asked a
think
question.
my mom probably has this picture somewhere, but for Easter, I think I wore a similar.
You do have a sailor picture of you as a little kid somewhere. That's
It
why
must
we were
have been
meant
the
to
80s.
Must have been- it was an 80s
Why
thing.
was that a thing in the 80s?
I have no idea.
I would never put my child in a sailor outfit for
Yeah,
Easter.
No idea.
And what do sailors have to do with Easter?
I don't get it. I don't know. But
Okay.
I've noticed not a single one of them have commented on my little picture. We're still talking.
Paula says, "Oh, so cute.
Thank you.
Look at that hair."
Yep. Yep. That is a good point. When Yoshi and Asher were separated.
Yeah.
Yes, they are staying separated. I thought that question was asking, did he get louder after they were separated? I don't.
Are
think
they staying separated
Yes.
forever?
I mean,
Yeah, I don't
yes.
think we can put them back together now that they've had their own space, and I don't want to risk.
Yeah, we wouldn't put him back.
Asher is bigger than Yoshi, so I don't want. And there's just okay. So if we're logistically talking about this, there's not enough room in the pen in Asher's hut for both of them.
Yeah, Asher's too big. He's not as little as this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know where that picture went, but you guys know what I mean.
And I guess we could put 2 huts in there.
We could,
but-
but yeah, there he is, right there. He's not that little anymore.
Oh God,
No.
no. Not even.
No, we already talked about. I got more pictures to talk about. See, this is what I do when I know, like, oh, we
We have to fill some
we gotta
time.
fill some time. Let
We
me-
didn't have to fill any time. I talked
I know,
through the end of
but I'm
the
gonna
auction.
finish quick because lotion sale ends in a couple hours before midnight.
11:59 and 59 seconds.
Yep, and that is a fake elf. Just so we know, because Olivia asked me if that was a real elf, and I said it was a fake elf. I have no idea who took that picture. And the other thing,
With my direction from bed. Do you know how
What do we
hard
have
it
here?
is
Oh.
to manage from bed? How to take so
okay,
I
let's go
took
back.
all of the soap pictures before I had surgery, but the lotion labels weren't here before. What did you? Oh,
I did
never mind.
stop.
Okay, I'm behind. So, but the lotion labels weren't here before surgery. So, after surgery, I was like, "Hey, so your job today whether you choose to accept this mission or not, is to take photos of all the lotion. And so he came upstairs with the first couple of pictures that he did, and I was like, have you ever seen our website? Because this is not what our website looks like. And no. So I was like, the wrong background, the wrong base, the wrong accessories, the wrong everything was wrong.
The wrong everything.
So then we went through, did some research about what I would like, and we ended up getting it. It only took like 26 flights of stairs?
I think I did 26 flights of stairs that day, going like, okay, I took this picture. What do you think? Change the background. Okay.
I gave him one thing to change at a time, knowing that I was like, it's all wrong. We'll just start with the background.
That actually was kind of my idea. I'm like, just tell me if you like the base. Yeah, the base is okay. Good. Now let's go through backgrounds. Okay, how's it? Okay, base and background. It was a challenge. This is why I don't take the photos.
The first
I mean, like you took that photo a long time ago.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
But that one wasn't the one that went up on the website.
No, that wasn't the one. Speaking of photo, here's another one of Olivia and her medals from her first competition this year.
Even.
Yeah.
She was so excited.
Yep.
She's been working real hard. And so.
Just like these two, working real hard.
Working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
No, she worked real hard. That first meet of the season is always like a practice meet. And so it's at her home gym. It's with judges, but not with spectators. So no parents can come, no friends can come. It's hard because it is the first meet of the season, and us parents want to see the progress, and we want to, see them compete for the first time in their new. So Olivia this year, last year she competed as a bronze, we call them bronze girls. And this year she's silver. So she's one level higher than she was last year. And so it's all new routines, it's all new skills, and we're dying to see them. But this meet helps the girls get ready, get some of those pre-meet jitters out. So you're competing, you've got judges, but you don't have to worry about competing in front of a big crowd.
Right, lots of spectators.
Her first meet is in a convention center, and there's hundreds of people watching, and that can be really overwhelming, especially as a bronze girl. I remember last year, her group of bronze girls, at that meet, there was one little girl on the floor, and she forgot her routine, and instead of just making something up and moving on, she cried.
Yeah.
And it was a learning experience, and the coaches are phenomenal, the judges are phenomenal. They know that these girls, it's probably your first year competing.
Yep.
It could be it is your first year on the team. And so it's not the Olympics. You don't get a 1 and you're done. And so the judges did let the little girl go again and took that score instead. And, so you don't want to end any exercise in bronze on a bad note.
Right.
And so the judges typically are very forgiving. But yeah, so it was exciting to see her coming out of the gym with her medals. And she had a little slip up on the beam during one of her turns. She lost her balance and fell off the beam, but she still got bronze. And then she got silver overall, which was a combination of all the skills together. And she scored second in all around. So it's great. And I'm personally, it's like my main motivation to recovery is to get to these meets on a good leg.
Yeah. Speaking of a good leg, and your surgery, being very successful, this is my job. See, some people do ask me, how can you talk for 13 minutes nonstop with 0 edits and keep people entertained? It's actually a skill, and I learned it sort of a little bit from a TikTok like rapper guy that like freestyles, and freestyle means like you're making it up as you go. Mm-hmm. And you're actually saying things but thinking about something else, so you know what to say now, so it'll link to what you're going to say. It's actually pretty funny. I could be talking about one thing but thinking about something else. So when you said your surgery was successful, I remembered a certain koala bear whose surgery was successful as well. And these were some of the best pictures I've ever scene come in from a villager experience of Moo in the waiting room, and I don't know how a 44-year-old man can be editing a video and crying over a stuffed animal getting fixed while the other stuffed animal, where is it? Where'd it go? While the other stuffed animal is sitting in the waiting room. I was like, this is priceless. I didn't even make this shit up. This person sent us these amazing photos, and I'm editing this together, and I'm like, I can't make it through it. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
it was
when the email came in with all the photos,
I was like,
she sent them in to us like
there were like 8 photos. You guys could see it in the video.
Before the koala was sent back to us, she sent us the email like, this is the progress of like what's going on. Remember when I said the first week of surgery was hell? Like the first week after surgery with my knee was awful.
Right.
These photos came in
during
that time, and I laughed so hard I was crying.
Yeah.
It was exactly what I needed, but I mean, it was hysterical. I mean, I found it super funny, and it could have been the meds.
It could have been the meds, but no, it was
so funny.
The fact that the you can't see me pointing at the screen.
No, but the IV. I mean, what the amount of thought and creativity that went into that.
That family. It was grandma. I think it was
lost it.
I think it was grandma and her 2 grandkids.
Yeah.
I don't know who was in charge of the creativity and the set up and the lighting and everything, but they can start a business of teddy bear repairs.
Yes.
Like it could happen.
Yeah.
And now they have proof. They have one in their resume here.
Mm-hmm.
Like
their portfolio.
They can set up
the before and the after.
They can set up a website and say, flat rate, but if the head's completely detached, we're gonna have to charge more. And you could create, and then X amount of the stuffed animals from this size that you could totally create a stuffed animal hospital. And people, and the challenge here is though, the repair is one thing. The documenting the process is where it's at. That's what you're selling. You're selling they're in good hands. Here's your pre-op picture. We've got it under control. To be honest, you could automate 90% of it. You could take a picture, drop it in some software, and it'll boop, 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 boop. It would do 90% of it for you. But I was like, oh my God, this was awesome. Like I got goosebumps talking about it. It was like, I was like, Olivia, we got pictures of the koala bear. And she was like, these are a lot of pictures. I'm like, they had a whole surgery room. It was amazing. That was like awesome.
And it wasn't just like, I mean, for us, there was a little touch of personal because it was Moo.
It was Moo watching
in a Moo mask.
Right.
And like her book, like babysitting the baby koala.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know if I have that, but yeah, babysitting the baby koala.
This is just a stuffed animal, and I'm sitting here like crying.
Right. No, it was priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all I have for all my pictures today. No, I have the what is your favorite coffee picture?
Oh,
I'm just throwing it out there.
That changes on the daily.
Tyler's is butter rum.
Yeah.
I do like the pecan, whatever.
Apparently it's
pecan.
Tomato.
It's pecan. Somebody said a pecan is what you pee in. It's a can you pee in. Pecan. Get it?
Did Rob say that?
No, somebody in chat here said
no.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
I saw it somewhere. But yeah, I would say butter rum's up there. Oh my God, almond. Chocolate almond, right, is up there. Some of the seasonals, tiramisu, that's a good one. I am not. I know you guys like it, and it's a big fan favorite. Chocolate raspberry is not one of mine.
Have you even tried it?
Yeah, I think I did.
Have you?
Yeah, I've tried it a few times.
I
twice.
haven't.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing. Fruit and coffee.
See,
except for banana foster,
right?
Which I didn't think I was gonna like. So I really haven't. I haven't given the chocolate raspberry a chance.
Right.
And that's just because there's so many others that I personally like the sound of better.
Yeah, chocolate.
But it's a super popular.
Somebody just said it.
Chocolate,
I love it. Yeah, a lot of people do. It's big. It's up there at the top of the list. Actually, I can't. That would take me too long. Just to tell the audience what the #1 seller, because we don't our website. Oh, they could do it. You could literally go to the website and hit coffee,
and then best,
and then just sort by bestseller. I think.
Yeah.
Featured
and then
bestseller.
What
and
is
it'll
it?
refresh
I
it.
told you
Oh,
it's
breakfast blend. English toffee is number 2, and butter rum's number 3,
Wow.
and chocolate raspberries right there in number 4. So the worst.
These are not my top 4.
So the worst
My top
one,
4.
yeah, French roast we don't sell a lot of, and
French
espresso.
roast is brand new.
Right, it's French roast and espresso.
No.
Right there, espresso, way over there, and your decafs are very low on the list.
Which is surprising because breakfast blend decaf was super popular before the others came out.
Right.
When you take the seasonal stuff out of the mix.
Right, it was pretty good. And we do have the possibility of bringing in 1 or 2 flavored decafs. We're looking into it.
Scroll down just to like the next 2 rows.
Where am I going?
Yeah, see, like Snickerdoodle's brand new, but just because of the time of year,
it's moved its way up the list.
Up to like the top 10.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, those are not my top 4. Those are probably my bottom 4. If I'm honest, like those of all the ones we have, I skip over all 4 of those, and I like the cappuccino, I like the bananas Foster, I like tiramisu and Snickerdoodle, chocolate almond. To your point, like, yeah.
I want to try Southern Pecan next. Daniel said pecans are the can of peas. Yeah.
I think it's because it's like where you're from.
Yeah.
Will tell you. It's like some people in New England, some people call it like if you were to take a specific road, a specific way to get somewhere, you would call it a route, or would you call it a route?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and same thing with roof or rough.
Well, they say that in YouTube videos when you're talking. They actually, like, especially the type of videos I make every day where I'm just talking to a camera, they actually say, for example, I should use 2 different words because some people, for example, I can say something like, Tyler is drinking too much soda.
Right.
I need him to stop having so much pop. Pop and soda are the same thing, but some people, soda would go right over their head because but then so they say mix it up a lot when you're talking that way, you hit a bigger audience.
Yeah.
You change it halfway through because one audience or Grinder and Hoagie and Hero and Sub, like use different ones. Don't use the same one every single time because some of your audience might have no idea what you're saying.
Clue.
Yeah. So it's kind of.
Stella's head is buried.
She's buried in the pillow, in the
She's
blanket.
Right here. She's right.
Buried in the blanket. Yeah. So the last picture I have is this one. I thought it was a great shot.
It's a great
shot.
Shot.
Awesome picture of the day. We learned the motor wasn't running perfect, but we got the boat up on. We got it moving. We got it moving pretty good in that last video. So now he's got some winter work to do, and he even asked me. I created that thumbnail for him for his video, and he was like, "Can you send me that picture?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yes, I can send you that picture." So I sent it to him. It was a very good photo. So that's it. That's all I got. I think I went through all my photos. All of them. Yep. I just seeing if I missed any. I already did. No, I flashed that one up there for a minute. That was me being directed by Liz saying, "Hey, the Facebook page has no pictures."
I apologize for the quality of pictures that you all have gotten in the last month. If they are of goats, chances are I didn't take them, and that's why they're blurry. It happened during kidding season too.
I'm not a picture person. I'm a video person.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why you can't just tap your subject so that it's in focus before you take the picture.
Point and shoot. Yeah.
No, it's not point and shoot. You have to tap.
Point.
You have to point, tap, and shoot.
Point, tap, and shoot. Got it.
That's how it's supposed to work.
New routine.
I'm getting out to the barn more and more though, so hopefully it's your quality of photos will be more than dogs and not blurry. Actually, even some of the dog pictures were blurry because I was like, how did you take?
Yeah, see, Canada's pop, Wisconsin soda.
They're called action shots.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we're calling them now.
Action shots. Yeah, everything in Georgia is Coke. That's funny. That is
Coke. What?
Coke. They're talking about soda. Like, what do you call it? Where you are? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was Winnie. Yeah.
Winnie probably won something.
Yeah, you probably won or lost.
Or lost.
Yeah. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
You know, I thought we were going to go about an hour, and we went a little longer. So
yeah,
it's time to
works.
go. Hopefully your knee works when we go to stand up.
It's not going
It's not
to.
going to. It's going to take us a minute.
I have to walk for like 5 minutes to loosen that calf muscle back out. I don't understand. It's kind of like a new thing, but I think it's new because I took the brace off. So now my leg has to work harder and I am walking more. So then the muscle is tired. Like I'll start walking and I can feel my whole quad is like quivering. Yeah. Because it's just
the other
tired.
Yeah.
So I didn't dance before. Actually, no, I did. Just a little bit of dancing in the soap room when a good song comes on. You know, me and Angie, we gotta.
Yeah, if you go back on TikTok far enough on our channel, you'll see some.
Oh boy.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, it's time to go.
I do. So this is weird because Kathy just said we'll do calf stretches. I am pumping.
She's literally doing them right now.
So I do ankle pumps all the time. That's it. That's not when it hurts. When it hurts is when I put weight on it.
Yeah.
And I try to do the heel toe, like you put your heel down and then you walk. That's when it hurts the most.
Yes.
I don't know. The only thing I can compare it to is like if you woke up with a Charlie horse at night and it was that bad where then in the morning every time you step it's sore and it hurts. That's what it feels like.
Okay, time to go.
Yep.
See you guys later. Thanks for stopping by with 1 day notice. And we'll see you at Ultrasound.
Monday. Around 11:30, but y'all know how
that works. And remember, we mute it, obviously.
Well, we'll
communicate via dry erase board.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, bye.
That button and then this button.